welcome back to my channel. I know this video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do on this channel. Normally I post my cosplay progress updates and like how-tos and in-depth videos about how I've made my costumes, but this time we're going to be a little bit different. So I love costumes, obviously, and I love historical costumes, and I love costuming in movies and on the stage, and it's probably a borderline obsession at this point, but when I watch movies or television shows, I watch them with an additional purpose besides entertainment, and that is to walk away with inspiration for my next build. I get very excited about certain movies and television programs because I'm excited for the costumes, and when I walk away, I want to feel very happy about the costumes. And a lot of times I get inspiration for them, right? I go and I want to make them. This is particularly true if it's a movie or a franchise that I already know and love, especially if it's a movie featuring my favorite Disney princess. It was my favorite movie as a child, and I had been wanting a live action of this movie ever since I was itty bitty. I remember seeing the movie Splash and thought, why can't we also have a live action of this movie? And I'm sure you can figure it out. It's The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid has always been my favorite Disney movie, and I have always been obsessed with Ariel since I was a little kid. And I wanted this live action movie my whole life. So when they announced that they were doing a live action version of The Little Mermaid, I was ecstatic. It was like a lifelong dream come true, and I could not wait to see these costumes. After all, they gave us Cinderella's dress, and they gave us Jasmine, and all these different Disney princesses with beautiful costuming, and that every princess has a ball gown, right? And we look forward to that ball gown reveal. And I was so excited for Ariel's because it's one of my favorites. The pink one, not the teal one. The pink one is one of my favorites. I was very, very excited for this movie. So that's a kind of a long-winded intro into my level of excitement for this movie. And I went to the theater, walked away uninspired, and actually kind of completely forgot about it. I enjoyed the movie, but it wasn't groundbreaking or anything like that, so it just kind of slipped my mind. Well, recently I ran across a video of a YouTuber, I can't remember who, but I will definitely link it down in the description. I'll have to go find it. It was his first watch of the live action Little Mermaid, and it reminded me of a lot of thoughts that I had about the costuming in that movie. So I decided that I had so many thoughts and feelings about it, and my poor husband was very tired of hearing me talk about this. So I decided to go ahead and record a video about it and post it out into the void so that anybody who wants to can listen to me rant and complain for 20 minutes. I mean, it's not gonna be that bad, but I don't know. I just had a lot of thoughts, and I wanted to put it out there because I felt like I haven't heard a lot of people talking about this, and I wanted to see if anyone else agreed with me. I'm sure there are people who agree with me, but I don't know. No one's talking about it to my knowledge, and I wanted to talk about it. That's essentially the whole point of this video. I'm not an expert in movie costuming. I'm just a cosplayer. I am a master level cosplayer though, so I do understand costume construction. I have recently started diving into creating my own things, and I've always loved redesigning outfits of characters, so like I have a little bit of knowledge in that, but this is just for fun. I'm not trying to say that I could do a better job. It's just an opinion. We're just gonna have fun today. That's all this is about. So now that that's out of the way, if this is something that you like and you'd like to see me make more commentary about costumes in entertainment, make sure to hit the like button and leave a comment below. That will let me know that this is a topic you guys are all interested in. And if you'd like, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That would be awesome. Okay, so I think that's everything and a very long-winded intro. So why don't we dive on into it? God. So now that we've established that I had extremely high hopes for this movie, especially after seeing other Disney remakes, looking at you, Jasmine, and your like 11 outfit changes or whatever it was. Oh, that movie was superb in the costuming department. So we will start at the beginning of the movie. I'm going to skip over her mermaid look because her mermaid look is fabulous. It's beautiful, great. Moving on. I'm also going to skip over her burlap sack look. Again, it's fine. Moving on. Let's talk about this blue dress. Her first human outfit is this blue dress. And I want to start off by saying I don't know anything about Caribbean historical fashion or anything like that, and I'm just assuming it's in the Caribbean. They don't give us a time or a place for this movie. So I'm just going to assume that this is a pure fantasy design and give my opinion based on this dress and how it looks today. So now that that's out of the way, let's talk about it. Upon first glance, I liked this dress. I thought the color, that light blue color, really suited Halle Berry. I think that's how you pronounce her name. But the lead actress, the color looks very good on her. The shade of ginger they chose for her hair really goes with this light blue. It's lovely. There's embroidery detail on that corsety thing that has like little starfish and pearls on it. That too is quite gorgeous. I love that little attention to detail. I think that the neckline is also quite lovely, and I like the length of the skirt. It really emphasizes her feet, her legs, which I'm sure was intentional. So I really like that. And that is pretty much where my compliments end on this dress. So let's zoom back in on that waist cincher thing. I don't know the purpose of this.
I do want to interject here and just say that I am aware that this weird corset belt thing pops up on other characters throughout the movie. I think the Queen wears one at one point in time, and I know Vanessa has an even weirder one. But that doesn't change my opinion on this corset belt thing on Ariel's blue dress.
So earlier we saw her getting laced into a corset, so we do know that she's wearing a corset. So this waist cincher thing, which does appear to have some sort of structure to it, I'm assuming there's boning in there. So it's not acting as her corset, which is fine. We can do this, that's okay. But it's not really fitted against her. It looks a little loose. It almost looks like it was meant to fit higher up and it slid down. And you can see these little like air bubble pocket thingies between her body and this waist cincher. So if it was actually meant to be an extra support structure, it's definitely not doing that. So I don't think that's the case. And based on the ruching of this dress, I also don't think that it's meant to like bring in the shape of the gown at all to fit around her body. So I don't understand why this thing exists except for purely aesthetic reasons, which could work, but I think it's too short. Like where it sits on her body, I think it should have been like maybe 2 inches taller up to the bust, like a true under bust corset. This sits like a corset belt, and with the ruching and the cut of the dress on the bust, I think that just looks a little weird. Speaking of the bust, what is this ruching? Why is there so much gathering right here in the bust? It looks cheap. It looks like it's made of elastic. You know those dresses you can get like Walmart that are strapless and it's like a tube up top and it's nothing but elastic? That's what that looks like. I don't understand why they did that. It doesn't look good. That doesn't look like that came from that palace. You know what I mean? Especially when you look at the Queen's outfits. This ruching doesn't make sense. And then to have that corset go only kind of up, maybe on the bottom inch or two of it. I don't know how far the ruching goes down, but that corset comes up a little bit into the ruching, not high enough. If that corset had come actually under the bust, it would have cut that ruching in a more eye-pleasing sort of way, I think, in my opinion. But I don't like that ruching. I also don't like all the ruffles on the skirt because now we have ruching, we have embroidery, we have that little lace detail around the neckline, we have the like different fabric in the poof sleeve, and now we have lots of ruffles on the skirt. It's just a lot of textural detail that I feel like is too much. Ariel's dresses have always been a little plain. I'm happy if they make them a bit more elaborate. That's fine. It makes sense if you get something from the palace. But this dress It's not it. It's just, it kind of looks like they threw everything at it and hoped for the best. I just don't, it's not my favorite. I was like, okay, this is day one. That's perfectly fine. We can live with this for her first day. And so, like, the next day happens and they're going to do the wagon scene and the kiss the girl scene. And I'm like, cool, let's put her in a new outfit. It's day two. She didn't get a new outfit on day two. They put her back in that blue dress, which is a little irritating because they're on an island. It's hot. You're sweating. That dress is going to be kind of dirty, right? So why are you putting her back in it? But whatever. So they do the whole kiss the girl scene that whole second day in this dress. I'm like, okay, that's fine. The third day, she must get her ball gown, right? Like, Ariel has to have a ball gown. She always has a ball gown, whether it's pink or teal, which I'm on team pink, by the way. I think that pink suits her red hair quite nicely, though I know natural redheads will disagree with me. But I absolutely love that pink dress. And I'm not a fan of the teal dress, but that's just me. So the third day comes around. I'm like, cool. Sebastian and Scuttle prepare her for what they think is her proposal. What do? They put her back in that blue dress. That palace did not give this poor woman they found on the beach more than one dress. Like, they just were like, here's one dress, you're fine, that's it, that's all you need. Her third day on this island, she's in this dress again. And she finds out that the proposal is not for her, it's for Eric and Vanessa. And she's very sad, and she goes and she mopes somewhere. And I think she's on the beach somewhere, and still in this blue dress. But Eric and Vanessa are throwing an engagement party, and she decides to go. I'm like, that's perfect. Oh my gosh, you show up to that engagement party in a ball gown and steal his attention away. Like that's moment. Okay, that's what the Desires were thinking. They wanted this epic reveal to show how beautiful and different she is to everyone else at this ball. That didn't happen. That's not what happened. In the same blue dress, she crashes the engagement party. And then we see her next to Vanessa. The actress that cast for Vanessa is also drop dead gorgeous. But taking the actresses out of it and looking at their outfits, Vanessa is in this gorgeous, absolutely stunning shade of purple. That's probably my favorite shade of purple. There's a little sparkle to it. It's a similar silhouette to Ariel's, but it's a floor-length ball gown. Like, they went out and as far out in this movie as we can get and gave Vanessa this absolutely amazing dress. Vanessa is also a guest at the palace, and she got a ball gown. Ariel got a cotton blue dress. I find that to be completely unfair. Even the queen outshines Ariel's outfit. The queen has more, I believe she has more outfit changes than Ariel does in the entire movie, and the queen's outfits are spectacular. If you're gonna cosplay anyone from this movie, cosplay the queen. Oh my god. Or I guess Vanessa, because that dress is absolutely gorgeous. Shows up at the engagement party in the same blue dress. I'm like, okay, so they nixed her only other outfit change she has on land up to this point. Okay, whatever. I think maybe they waited for the big stunning outfit to be the victory dress, which is what we all call that dress when Ariel in the animated movie comes out of the ocean and she's in this beautiful lavender, like tight, sparkly number. Just absolutely stunning dress. And that moment is one of the best moments in the whole movie. She is sad in the ocean and her father sees how much Eric means to her and gifts her with legs, and she rises out of the water like a goddess, drenched in glitter. She is just shining, and Eric runs to her and picks her up and spins her around. It's a beautiful, beautiful scene. We don't even get that scene in the live action. What happens in the live action? So Eric finds her ripped and dirty dress from when she transformed back into a mermaid, like it was left behind, and he puts it into the water as a farewell because he doesn't think he's ever going to see Ariel again. And then he goes and he sits somewhere on the beach or near the palace and mopes. And then we hear Max, the dog, bark. And he turns around and there's Ariel standing next to the palace, not in the water, not on the beach, just standing there in the same freaking blue dress. Like, we can't get rid of that thing. She has been stuck with it the whole movie, and when it's finally torn and dirty, you think it is done. They have to give her something else, and they don't. She puts that dress back on and she comes to him. We don't even get her rising triumphantly out of the sea. There's no victory scene. It's just her appearing. And so not only do we miss this amazing moment of triumph from Ariel, but we get the same boring dress. So this whole movie, her outfits have just, I don't want to say sucked. That's terrible. They're just boring. They're boring. And we didn't get changes. And I don't understand why they nixed the costume changes. Costumes mean so much in a movie, even in an animated movie. Look back at the live action Cinderella. She had her peasant dress, which yes, she wore that all the time, but it made sense because her stepmother never gave her anything. So she had that, but then she had her mother's dress that gets torn up, and then she gets that beautiful, stunning blue butterfly ball gown. And then look at her victory moment. Her victory moment is the wedding to Prince Charming. Her marriage to Kit. She gets this beautiful ivory wedding dress with rainbow embroidered flowers. Like, come on, that was gorgeous. Jasmine, which pushed everyone to shame in the live action Aladdin, she gets like 11 outfit changes, and that pink one is on my to make list. Someday I will own it. I must. It is too stunning to not make that outfit. But everything they put Jasmine in, even her like marketplace outfit, fits her perfectly. It fits her character perfectly, and it tells a story. Jasmine's trying to hide out in the marketplace, but she's still wearing all of this finery, so she's not blending in very well. It's amazing, and she got so many outfits. Hell, even Belle in the live action Beauty and the Beast. Not my favorite costumes in that movie, particularly that yellow ball gown. That was not it. That was not a good choice. And the fact that she wasn't wearing a corset underneath it, which we won't go into that. But her wedding dress at the end, that beautiful white dress with the pink flowers, that was gorgeous. Drop dead gorgeous. Like, absolutely amazing. And what does Ariel get? This blue dress. Every day. It just haunts her steps. We do. After this, at her, I guess, post-wedding scene or whatever, we do get her, I guess it's supposed to be her wedding dress. I'm okay with them changing the wedding dress from the animated movie. The animated movie was definitely an 80s thing with the mutton sleeves, whatever. I'm fine with that. And the dress they put her in was pretty in the live action movie. Like, it's fine. It's okay. Does it scream wedding? No, but they're like leaving, so that's perfectly fine. Maybe it's like a honeymoon dress or reception dress, whatever. And it's this lovely shade of pink and white, which looks really good on the actress. But let me tell you that that dress is the exact same dress as the blue one. It's the same. It's the same dress. There are changes, but it's the same. So I guess I shouldn't say it's the exact same. They're the same dress. They have the same silhouette, the same neckline, the same sleeves, the same skirt length, the same skirt shape. Hell, even the skirt itself. The blue dress has all of those little small ruffles on it. The pink dress has tiered ruffles. It's just a different kind of ruffle. It's a different length of ruffle. It's the same dress. The blue dress had a corset thingy. The pink dress had a satin ribbon belt or whatever. I don't care. It's the same dress. They would not leave this poor girl alone with that dress, and they just stuck her in a different color with minute changes. I just don't understand the costuming department. So my battery on my camera is about to die, so I think that I have conveyed all of my thoughts on this. As you can tell, I'm not happy with how they designed Ariel's outfits, and I think that it could have been done in a better way. I do want to point out that I think that this dress that Halle Bailey wore on the red carpet, that one would have been a perfect victory dress for Ariel. She could have come out of the ocean, and the ocean water could have wrapped around her and solidified it in the shape of this dress. Like, that would have been spectacular. And I would have been much more happy with the costuming choices in this movie. But overall, I found it to be very uninspired and disappointing. If you liked it, that's perfectly fine. I'm not here to criticize anyone's enjoyment of the movie or enjoyment of the costumes. This is just my opinion, and it's coming from a cosplayer perspective, not a professional perspective. So what are your thoughts? Do you think I'm completely off base here, or do you agree? I'd love to know what you thought about the costumes in the live action Little Mermaid movie. And if there's another movie you want me to take a look at, let me know, because I have a lot of thoughts and I would absolutely love to share them. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this change on my channel, and I will see you in my next video.